Hey howdy, hey y'all, Leanna here. In this video we will be doing a massive declutter of all of my lip products. Bullets, liquids, crayons, glosses, balms, tints, oils, all of the things. This is going to probably be a lengthy video, so grab a snack, get you a drink, get you a blankie, settle in, and let's get it on. What I have here are two palettes. I am intending to create lipstick palettes with these because I know there are some bullet lipsticks that I may not wear all the time. I don't typically grab for those because of where they're located. And I just, rather than tossing them, thought that I would create a palette with those lipsticks because I can use a brush to put them on. So once I decide what shades I want to put in these two little palettes, I will do that here on camera as well. To get us started, spoiler alert, I am keeping all of my City Lips plumping lip glosses. I will be doing a dedicated video swatching all of these shades because City Lips is an amazing formula. I will also be keeping my City Lips Night Oil. This is brand new. I have used up one of these. This is the second one. It's unopened. I'm getting ready to open that. I'm keeping the two new plumping oils. These are brand new. They were just released. Wonderful. I have been using this one almost non-stop. And I'm keeping the defining liners that they just released as well. Now that we have that out of the way, the things that I know that I'm going to keep, let me give you a general idea of what it is that I'm working with. This is the drawer that I have all of my lipsticks in, and I got my lip liners, my balms and all that stuff. I have everything in here. It is one of those Alex type drawers. It's massive, it is full. It's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, so like I said, this is gonna take a while. My inventory sheet says that I have 258 lip products, and I believe that that is liquid, gloss, bullets, liners, that type of thing. I believe that I have all of my balms, oils, and that type of thing in a different spreadsheet. I do not believe this 258 number is correct, but that's part of what I want to figure out. We're going to start off with my lip crayon type of products, and I actually thought I had more than what I have here. I know the last time I did a big declutter, I decluttered a lot of those. I'm thinking that I am probably going to keep most of what I have here on the table. Starting off with the Bite, you would have seen me pick this for my Spring Refresh collab with Andy and Ash. This is a very pretty shade. This is called Power Move, so I'm keeping that. And then I have my Hourglass. This is very unique component, and it has the refill that you can put in it. This is a beautiful shade. I know that I am definitely keeping this. This shade is called You Inspire, which is a beautiful berry shade. I love that. And then the refill is called I Cherish. They are so creamy. Beautiful shade. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure if that's going to look good on me, but I'm going to keep it. until I use that other one, and then I'll try it. The Maybelline New York, I love these. These are the ultimate lip crayons. And this one is in the shade More Truffle. You can see it has melted. I think that happened during shipment. I love that shade. That is a Leanna shade. I'm definitely keeping that. And then this was sent to me, I believe, by Gloria when we did a collab years ago. And this is the shade More Berry. Very pretty. It kind of looks a little bit like that Hourglass. These two are also Bite Beauty. This is Molten Chocolate. These are kind of a metallic type shade. Very creamy. I have worn these quite a few times, and this one is Cocoa Crush, I believe it says. It's hard to see because it's so little. That's very pretty too. It has like a metallic type of shift to it. This is Epic Kiss Butter Lipstick, and it is in the shade Lolita, and I have worn this quite a few times as well. It's a very pretty shade. So far I'm keeping all of those. This is a Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon, and I love these. This is in the shade Live on the Edge. Those are so creamy. I love that shade. I don't know why I am not wearing these, but they're in a drawer and I just forget about them. Milani. This is the Luscious Matte Lip Crayon, and it is in the shade, this is in the shade So Obsessed. This is another one that I wore quite a bit. That as well is very creamy. I haven't been smelling them to make sure that they're not, that they haven't turned. These three are Zoeva, and I have not had these very long. I just got these recently. This shade is Penelope. These as well are very creamy. This is Iris. I love that. It's very cool tone shade. This one is Helen. Those two almost look the same, don't they? Next is my House Labs. This is the Le Monster Lip Crayon, and it's in the shade Mahogany Matte. I like the packaging. Very sleek. As you can tell, very creamy as well, and as you can tell, I really like these dark shades. I have two lipsticks from LYS Beauty. The first one is Moody. I sense a theme going on with all of these. They're kind of similar, aren't they? I think this one says Desired. I even looked at it through a magnifying glass and it's hard to read. Both of those shades are beautiful. Then I have this nude stick. It is Boho, and it is a magnetic matte lip color, and I love this. This might be one of my favorite lip shades. I love that shade. It is so pretty. I have not worn this in a while. I can't remember if that dries down. I believe I'm going to take this one immediately and put it in my makeup basket so I can start using it. Next is this Dolce Winterberry. It is not a twist up. That's a very pretty shade too. I should probably declutter that based on some of the other shades I have. But it does look very matte. I think I might put that in the maybe pile. I have this NARS Dragon Girl, and I don't know if this is a full size or if it is a mini or a sample. It's a velvet matte. Put that right there. That's very pretty too, but to me that leans kind of pink, or does that have like a blue base to it? I don't know. It's a pretty shade, but it is definitely not my color. So I think I am going to declutter that one. This is the Laura Geller Love Me Do Lip Crayon, and it's in the shade Turkish Cafe. And it is very balmy. And even though it's a pretty shade, because it's balmy, it's not something that I will gravitate to. So I am going to declutter that one as well. And now for my color pops. This is the Lippie Stick Primer. So I know I'm keeping that because I'm pretty sure I'm keeping some of these, if not all of them. This is Snitchery. It is black. And I know that I'm definitely keeping that. Very, very creamy matte black. This one is Who Run This? I feel like these might be a little dry. That's a pretty kind of terracotta shade. I'm not sure if that is a shade for me. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. Next we have Poison. That's really pretty too. Does that kind of look like some of the other shades? I'm going to keep that one. This is Capiche. I'm definitely keeping that one. I've had these for quite some time, y'all. I'm surprised that they're still as creamy as they are. This one is Cami. I'm unsure about this one. I don't know if that's necessarily my shade. That kind of looks like that one a little bit. And we'll put that in the maybe pile. And the last one is 1000%. That is definitely a Leanna shade, so I know I'm keeping that. So out of this first go round, these are the ones that I'm keeping. And I did decide to declutter these three. Next I have a few lip glosses and oils to go through. The last time I did a declutter, I decluttered a ton of lip glosses. So I have two Anastasia. These are the two Anastasia that I kept. That's so pretty. But it feels sticky. So I think I'm going to declutter that one. And the Anastasia formula is a nice formula. I love the shift on this one. It has a very pretty shift. But I have all of the City Lips, which have skincare ingredients in them, and they're plumping. And even though I love how this looks, I'm being realistic. I have enough lip glosses with all of the City Beauty City Lips that I have, so I'm going to declutter that one as well. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. I didn't tell you the shades of these. This one is Maple, and this one is Moon Jelly. This is Charlotte Tilbury, and of course, the name of it is Pillow Talk, as you would expect. And it has just a little bit of glitter in it, but I'm going to declutter that one as well. I have the Feeling Vibrations Incredible Lip Gloss that has crystals in it. I believe that these are quartz. The shade is Fine Love, and it's a nice lip gloss, but I never reach for it, so I'm going to declutter that one. Andy gave me this Buxom White Russian Sparkle, and I do like this. I have a little sample of this that I had been using, and I really do like it, so I am going to keep that. I have the Alamar Plumping Lip Water, and it is very unusual. It's like a gel or an oil. It has a nice big doe foot on it. It smells really good, but I have others that I know I'm going to reach for over top of this one, so I'm going to declutter that one. This KAB lip oil I use quite frequently. You can't tell because I had it laying down, but it's about halfway done. It smells like coconut, which I absolutely love. It's very hydrating, very nice. So I'm going to keep this. This is what I'm using. Once I have finished using this, I will go back to the City Lips Night Oil. This is ColourPop, and it is a Luxe oil. This is Emperor. It came with the what was that collection that they did? The bees. This has the dragonflies on it. ColourPop Luxe lip oils are very nice, but I don't know if you can see. You see whatever that white stuff is on the thing? Do you see those white, almost crystal-like things that have formed on the applicator? I mean, I've had this for quite a long time, so I am definitely going to declutter that. And last is this Merit. I can't remember whether this is a lip oil or a lip stain. This might be, no, it's like a lip oil. It's very, very pretty, very comfortable. I do like it, and I really like the shade, so I am going to be keeping the Merit. I tried to sort these out as best I could into categories. I do believe that I may have missed some and have them in with the liquids but that's okay. These are stains, inks, and creams. Actually, this Natasha Denona is a gloss and balm, and it has just a little bit of glitter in it, and it is nice. It feels nice on the lips, but it is a little sticky for me. I don't like that sticky feeling, so I'm going to declutter that one. This is Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink, and it is in the shade 40 Witty. And I know that they say these are supposed to dry down, that you're supposed to, you hear that? It has the little shaker thing in it. You're supposed to really, really spend time shaking the eternal hell out of it, which ain't nobody got time for that. I have not been able to get this to dry down. It's a very pretty shade, and I know online other people have said that they have had trouble getting it to dry down as well. And that is one of my biggest problems with lipsticks in general. I want lipsticks that are going to dry down. I'm not a reapplier. I just don't do it. So as much as I want to keep this and try it, I know that I'm not going to shake the eternal hell out of it. The blue dot, if you see a blue dot on my products, that means that I have used them. So I have tried this and it just is not working, so I am going to declutter that. I have these two little e.l.f., and I believe that these are lip stains. Cinnamon Dreams and Berry Queen. This is Cinnamon Dreams, which is a pretty shade. And this is Berry Queen. Which is also a very pretty shade. I'm going to put these in the maybe pile because I'm just unsure what I'm going to do with those. I have this About Face matte painted lip color, and I don't know if this is a stain. It's a very, very dark color shade. That is not something that I would wear. I don't know if you could sheer it out over top of something else, and is it worth all of that? It's pretty when you kind of sheer it out. I am probably going to declutter that. I probably will put this, because of the way it looks, in my Halloween makeup. I have this Peri Para Chestnut Nude Ink Velvet 44 that came highly recommended by Jen Phelps, and I have not worn this yet, even though I said I was going to do a review on it. I still need to do that. That's a pretty shade. I think that I will put this with my nude stick in my basket. I know we're going into spring and summer, but that doesn't bother me. I wear what I want to when I want to. But I do want to really try that out. I haven't really tried that out yet. These are Sydney Grace lip creams, and I am not a lip cream person. So I already know that I'm going to declutter all of these. Some of these, because I had them laying down, you can see where the color, the pigment, has separated. Not that that's a big deal, but it just kind of surprised me that it did that. They're nice. Sydney Grace has amazing products. See how pretty that is? I'm just not a lip cream person. So unfortunately, I got these either in mystery boxes, mystery bags, and also when I bought the bundle of the month, sometimes it had one of these creams in it, and even though they're pretty and I know it's a good formula, they're not something that I'm going to use, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter those. And last, this is Joa Beauty. These are watercolor velvet lip tint, and this is the quick tint remover. These are really pretty, and they're in this packaging like this because I subscribe to a Joa Now box, and they send you these products before they release them. So they're sent out in testing packages. But these are lip tints. That's a very pretty shade, and I do like a tint. They're very nice. I'm not sure about this shade. I do like this one, but I'm not very fond of this shade. It's just not really my color. See, it's like an orange, coral orange, and that just does not look good on me. So I think I'm going to declutter that one, but I'm going to keep this one. And I don't believe that they had shade names on these. They do have vitamin E in them. And if you don't know about Joa Beauty, they are a Korean beauty brand. That About Face product dried down, I believe that that is a liquid lipstick and not a stain because it's drying down. Did it say stain? What does it say? It says lip color, but I believe that's a liquid lip. I think I am going to declutter these e.l.f. lip stains. So I cleaned off my hand. Of course I have some staining, but this is the Joa, and you can see how well that stains, and it would not come off with the makeup remover, which is why there's this quick tint remover. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it'll remove the stain. It is removing some of it though. See if it'll remove this other up here. It is removing some of it. Not too shabby. I missed this Benefit Benny Tint. It's rose, and it is a tinted lip and cheek stain. When I was pulling these out, I had pretty much decided that I was going to declutter this because I know that I'm not going to use this on my cheeks, and I just don't know about a lip stain. Maybe I could put this in my Halloween makeup as well. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. These are all of my other lip products. We'll go through these quickly before we get into the two big problem categories, which are my bullets and my liquid lips. I did find another lip oil. This is the Gerlac Rose Infused Lip Oil, and as you can see, I have used quite a bit of this. It still smells like roses. I think that I will add this to the KAB and try to use this up before I start on my City Lips Night Oil. I'm going to move these because my camera does not know what to focus on. This is Sigma, and it is a conditioning lip mask. It is a very nice lip mask, and I like the metal applicator on it. I have used this quite a bit, so I will be keeping that. This is the Ciate London Mango and Lime Burst Nourishing Lip Oil, and I really do like this. I've used quite a bit of this as well. I will be keeping that. I have this e.l.f. Ride or Die Lip Balm in Cheeky Cherry, and I do like this product. You can see how thick that is. I don't know if they make these anymore, but I do not like the tube. It's very difficult to get it from out of the tube onto your lips, and it is kind of sticky. It does smell really nice though, but I think I am going to declutter that. This is my Chaga Lips. It is from Birch Boys, and it's made out of the chaga mushroom, and I love these. I ordered a whole bunch of these, and as I use them, I just open another one. I'm trying to get through some of these other products before I open this one. This is my last one, but when I get some of these balms and stuff gone, this will be one of my go-tos. I will definitely be repurchasing that. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Kisser. It is Hint Hint, I believe is the shade, and it is a luscious lip balm, and I have used this quite a bit as well. It has a doe foot applicator. It smells really nice, and even though it is in Hint Hint, you really can't see any type of tint to it. It is not sticky. It is a nice lip product. I'll be keeping that. I have this Phyto Glow lip balm in clear from Naturium. I got this in an AIA beauty box that featured this brand. I believe this is a influencer brand, and this was the only product from that box that I liked. I do like that metal applicator. It's very cooling, like the one from Signa. I will be keeping that. And this Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. This is in the shade Rose, and it is a very nice balm. It is not sticky, and it has just a little bit of a tint to it. I have another one of these at work on my desk. I'm not sure if that one's in my spreadsheet. I have this EOS lip balm that I've had for a while. The packaging on this is very interesting. Not something that I gravitate to. It's so big that you end up with it all over the place. And I have quite a few other products here, so I think I am going to declutter that. I have 2 of the Juicy tubes from Lancome that they sent me in a gift basket. This one is Miracle. It's very pretty. And this one is Spring Fling. Very nice. I really do like both of them. I'm definitely keeping them. And for whatever reason, when they sent them to me, they sent me 2 tubes of each. So I will be keeping all of those. This is Black Opal, and it is in the shade Birthday Suit. It is a lip and cheek tinted balm, and it's really pretty. You see that bronzy shade? Very pretty. But when you put it on, there's hardly anything there. I'm sure that maybe if you use that as a highlighter, but I'm not going to use it for that purpose, and so I'm going to declutter that. I have 2 nude balms from Context. This one is Hard Time, which is very pretty. I know that I am not going to reach for that because I have not for as long as I've had it, so I'm going to declutter that one. This one is All or Nothing, and it as well is very pretty, but again, I just don't reach for those. I don't like all tinted balms because if I'm out and I grab a tinted balm out of my purse and quickly put it on, sometimes I end up with it all over my face instead of just on my lips if I don't have a mirror, so I'm going to declutter both of those. This is the Vaseline Lip Therapy Advanced Healing, which is very good, and I keep that for when my lips in the wintertime are super, super dry, so I'm keeping that. I have this Rare Beauty. It is a dewy lip balm and it is in the shade Thankful. And that's the shade. It's very pretty, but again, I don't remember where I got this from. I think this came in a subscription box, and I can tell by the shape of the tip that I have used it, although not very much. I think I am going to declutter that. I have one balm from Keys Soul Care, and this as well is tinted. And it's a very pretty summer shade. Manifestation is the shade name. But this as well is not something that I would reach for, so I'm going to declutter that. I have Dionys Vanilla Bean Goat Milk Lip Balm. And I just recently got this because I love my lip balms. The clear ones, y'all. I'm not much into the tinted ones. And this is very nice, so I'm definitely keeping that. I just got that from Sephora. Was a Sephora Ulta. I think I paid like $5 for it. This is Curad. Don't they make Band-Aids? This is a petroleum-free lip balm. And they gave this to me when I was in the hospital back in October. And it was a freebie, so, you know, I kept it. Aquaphor Lip Repair Immediate Relief for Very Dry Lips. I do use this in the winter times when my lips are very dry. It works very well as an immediate relief lip balm. It does not work well under my eyes to help with concealer. I tried that trick, did not work for me. I am keeping this for my very dry lips and not for my under eyes. BioBay Tinted Lip Balm. I don't see a shade name. This is a very, very thick formula. And again, not something that I would reach for. I cannot even tell you how long I've had this. I know that I got this in a subscription box. It was probably Glossy Box, which would have been 5 years ago. So it still smells wonderful, but I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to declutter that. The Milani Fruit Fetish. This is pumpkin spice, and I have been using this, and I like it. I do not like the applicator, but it is a very nice balm, and I'm going to keep it to continue to use it to get it out of my collection this year. This is an e.l.f. lip exfoliator, and it is in coconut. And I do not like lip exfoliators, so I'm going to declutter that. I don't even remember why I have it. I have this lip mask from Kinder Beauty, and it is a really nice lip mask. It's very hydrating. I just don't like having to have to stick my finger in it, but it works really well. But I don't use it because it's in this little jar. And I mean, I have a little applicator that I got from AOA Studio specifically for this type of thing for your lips, but it's just a pain. I know I got this in a subscription box, and I'm not going to go through all of that when I can just grab something and screw the tube up and use it. So I'm going to declutter that. It looks like a tinted lip balm. And last is this lip balm from Jeffree Star. I don't even know where I got this from. It's in the shade Cowboy Kiss, which is a very pretty chocolate brown. Let's see what that looks like. It looks like a tinted lip balm. It smells like vanilla. And along with the other tinted lip balms, I'm going to declutter that. These are all the items that I'm decluttering from that category, and I'm quite excited about that. Okay, moving on to liquid lipsticks. There's a lot of liquid lipsticks in this little basket. I am expecting to declutter, I'm gonna say 75% of what's in this basket. I'm hoping it's more. I'm hoping it's 90. We'll see. Let's get into it. Let's start off with this ZC, and it is in the shade XO3. I believe that I got this in an ice cream beauty box, and the packaging is really cute. And I did use this, and it is a very pretty shade, but it's very thick and just not a consistency that I'm fond of, so I will be decluttering that. Next, I have 3 NYX. This is the NYX Lingerie XXL, and it is in the shade Unlaced. And I can't remember, I feel like I liked this, but I don't think that that is a good shade for me. I do believe that the Lip Lingerie or the Lingerie XXL are good, but I'm just not crazy about that shade, so I'm going to declutter that one. I have the NYX Smooth Whip. It is a matte lip cream, and it is in the shade Teddy Buff. And I don't believe that this dries down. Maybe it does, but it's very thick. I've had this for a while, and I do love that shade, but because I've had it for so long, I think that I should let this go. That surprises me. I didn't intend to declutter that. And then this NYX Lip Lingerie, and it is in the shade Beauty Mark. No, it's Lippie is the shade name. I've had this for a long time too. Does this dry down? I don't know. That's a pretty shade. Let's see. I'll leave that there, and we'll see. I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile. I have this from She Glam, and if I remember correctly, this was a comfortable formula, and it is in the shade Lift Off. Put it up here. I'm trying not to take up my whole hand. That's a pretty shade. I'm going to put that in the maybe and see if that dries down, because that's one of my issues. I want them to dry down but be comfortable. This is Crayon. It says long lasting. I'm not sure what the shade is because it's very hard to read the packaging. I know I got this in a subscription box, and that is really thick. That's a pretty shade, but it's very, very thick. Let's see what that smells like. It smells fine. I will probably put this in my Halloween makeup because that's a good blood color. This is Nude Matte, and it's from Lang Man, and I believe that I got this from Temu. And if I remember correctly, this was a nice formula as well. Let's put that right there. That is a pretty shade too. I don't know if that dries down. I'm gonna put that in the maybe we'll see if it dries down pile. I can see that the NYX and the She Glam are drying down, so I'm going to keep both of those. This is Oma Beauty, and I believe that this is it says lip tint plus oil plus gloss, and it is in the shade Classy, and that's very pretty, but I don't think I'm going to wear that, so I am going to put that in the declutter pile. I have used it. It has a blue dot on it, but I think I'm going to let that go. This is Dee Dee's Signature, and it is in the shade Bold Sight, And this is a very pretty shade as well. And this too is very thick. And I believe that that is probably just a little too dark for me. I might be able to sheer it out. It is a pretty color. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile. I have two reds. One is Dragon Beauty and the other one is Give, Gwen Stefani. And I know I'm going to keep this Gwen Stefani. Look at how pretty that is. Definitely keeping that one. I'm not sure about this Dragon Beauty, even though I know that this is a nice formula because I've worn it. Is it the same shade? It looks almost the same, doesn't it? Yep, I think in that case I'm going to let the Dragon Beauty go and I'm going to keep Give. I have one Jeffree Star and it is in the shade Family Jewels. And I've always heard that his lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, are very good. But I also notice, because I've had a few, that they tend to dry out. That's a very pretty shade though. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. What does that smell like? It still smells okay. Let's put that in the maybe pile and think about it. Tarte. This is the Tarteist lip paint. And I don't know what shade it is because it's so tiny there on the end. I've had this for quite a while. Probably since 2020. If I'm being honest. It still smells okay. Y'all notice I really like brown? That's a pretty brown, but because I've had that for so long, I think I'm going to let that go. This is Ciate London Liquid Velvet in the shade Obsession. I know I got this from a subscription box. That's a very pretty shade. Gonna put that in the maybe because you know I need 800 browns. You can't go wrong with a brown lipstick, y'all. This is the Lip Bar and I got this from Walmart. And it's so pretty. Look how dark it is. It looks darker on the monitor than it actually does on my hand. I'm going to keep that one. I have two shades from Basic Beauty. This one I have used. The other one it looks like I have not. This is Ombre. This looks kind of thick. That's a pretty shade though. That is not a shade that I would wear. I am unsure if I want to keep this one. Does it look like some of those other ones? Is it going to dry down? Let's see if it dries down. This is BH Cosmetics, and oh my gosh, how long have I had this? I've had this for a while too. And it is very dry, but look how pretty that is. Gosh, what a shame. I'm going to declutter that. This is Lunar Beauty, and it is in the shade Zava. I'm 99% positive I'm not keeping this because that is not a shade that I would gravitate to. So I'm going to declutter that. This is CoverGirl, and this is the, does this go on top or does it go down as a primer? I can't remember. This is in the shade 155, it says. I don't know that I've ever used this. But it's a very pretty shade. Look at how pretty that is. Can y'all see? Because my camera is just like, nope. See that kind of purple? I'm going to keep that. That Basic Beauty looks like it's drying down, so I think I'm going to keep that. I think I'm going to keep the shade from Temu. The Ciate London looks to be drying down too. I'm going to put this in the keep pile and we'll revisit to see how many shades I kept that are similar. We may end up re-swatching. I hope y'all are in this for the long run. I think I'm going to keep the DD signature too, and the same. I will check it when we're done to see if I have a shade that color. I am going to declutter the Jeffree Star. He is trying to get back in the fold. I have 3 from Juvia's Place, and I already know I'm keeping all 3 of these. This is Moro. It's a metallic purple. I mean, really? There's no... I could not keep that. Look at how pretty that is. That was the matte. That was the metallic. This is the matte. So pretty. And this black is phenomenal. I'm definitely keeping the black. That is so pretty with a shimmery eye topper on top of it. Beautiful. These are my Wet n Wilds, and these all have sentimental value to me because these were given to me when I first started my channel by some good friends of mine so that I would have some content. So hopefully they're still good, and I will probably keep them. This white I purchased at Walmart after Halloween to use it in my Halloween makeup, so I'm going to move this to my Halloween makeup. These came in a kit. It was like a whole kit. Don't remember what the name of it was, but this is the liquid catsuit, and I know that these were a fan favorite. This is Kiss of Death. I don't remember if these dry down. If they dry down, I need to wear them. We'll see. That's really pretty. There's a whole theme here, y'all, with these dark lipsticks. This is Bud Romance, which I don't believe is my shade. Is that my shade? I just feel like that would not look good on me. Maybe it will. Maybe I need to try them and then decide if I want to keep them or let them go. Look at how pretty that one is. This is Deviant Damsel. And the last one is Petal Poison. I'm pretty sure this as well is not my shade. Nope. That's a pretty spring shade though, isn't it? I'm gonna put them over here. We'll see if they dry down. This is Liquid Catsuit as well, but it's not from that collection. And it is in the shade Send Nudes. And that is definitely not my color. So I am going to declutter that one. And then I have 4 of these Beauty for Certain. And from what I remember, these are really nice. This is Coral. What is this? Is this a gloss? Or lip oil? That might be a lip oil. It is a gloss, and so I am going to declutter that. This is number 24, which is a liquid lipstick. These are little too. And from what I remember, these dry down really nice and are very comfortable. That's a really pretty shade. I'm keeping that. This is number 50. I believe I got 1 or 2 of these in a subscription box, and then I believe I bought one off of the Ipsy site. Is this the one I got in the box? Because I don't know that I would have bought that shade. Am I gonna wear that? Am I? I'm gonna declutter that one. This is number 22. That's pretty as well, but that does not look like a good shade for me. And I might already have that shade over there, so I'm going to declutter that one as well. I have two from Ace Beauty. Is this Manifest? It's hard to read. I don't remember whether these dry down. That is definitely not my shade. Gonna declutter that. This one is Good Vibes. I like the packaging on these. They're very similar, aren't they? One's just a little bit darker than the other. I'm gonna declutter that. Give Me Glow Cosmetics is Dirty Pumpkin. And it looks very similar to those. I don't know that that is a shade that I will wear either. And I believe I bought that, but I'm pretty sure I got that on sale. I don't see anything that I'm keeping that looks like that. I may keep that one. I'll revisit it. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Bittersweet liquid lipstick. I don't know if this dries down. That's very pretty. We'll put that right here and we'll see if it dries down. I have two Ofra. These came in a BoxyCharm or Ipsy, one or the other. This is Hot Mess Mama. Definitely not my shade. I'm decluttering that. And this is Canyon. That looks kind of dry and chunky. And that is not my shade either, I don't think. And I think I have some that kind of look like that. Do I? I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. We'll revisit. This is e.l.f. Liquid Matte Lipstick, and it is in the shade Coffee. I believe that this dries down. Is that a shade I already have? I'm gonna put that over there. We'll revisit. This is Milani Amore. Is it Amore? It is a satin matte. Sorceress is the shade name. I don't remember whether this dries down or not. It's very pretty, but I'm going to declutter that for reasons that I'm not going to discuss. Essence 8-Hour Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is new. It's Silky Hazelnut, and it's a very nice liquid lipstick. I'm definitely going to keep this. I have the lip liner that goes with it, so I'm keeping that one. This is Mellow, and it is a lip gloss. I thought it was a liquid lipstick because of the pigment. It's a very pretty shade, but I'm going to declutter that. Infallible. This was one of the first liquid lipsticks that I bought, and I can't read the shade name. I feel like this was kind of drying on my lips. That's a very pretty shade. We'll put that in the maybe. We'll see how it dries down. This is Cokey Kissable in Mad About Mauve, and I don't believe that this is my shade, or I already have one that I'm keeping that's in this shade. There's a lot of them that look similar. Imagine that. I'm going to declutter that one. This is Huda Beauty, and this is the Demi Matte lipsticks, and they do not dry down. They're beautiful and very pigmented, but because they don't dry down, I'm not crazy about them. I do love those shades though, but I'm going to declutter both of those. And the last two that I have in the liquid lipstick category are from Sigma, and I do love both of these. I know that I'm going to keep them both. That is something very tiny on the bottom, Cashmere, and this one is Suede, and I really like Suede. Very pretty. So I'm keeping both of those. I'm going to put these three maybes over here, and then we will revisit after I clean off my hand. Okay, so looking over these and all the shades, they're not terribly similar. So I think I'm going to keep all of these and wear them. And as I wear them, if I find that I don't like them, or the shade is not good for me, or they don't dry down like I want them to, then I will declutter them at that time. So out of the liquid lipstick category, let's see what the percentage is that I decluttered. So I had 50 total liquid lipsticks, and I decluttered 25, and I'm keeping 25. So that's 50%, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And finally, we have my bullet lipsticks. Let's see what percentage I can get through with these. If I counted right, I have 55 bullet lipsticks. Let's do it. We're gonna start off with MAC. This is Bated Breath. That's so pretty. Keeping that. This is Coffee and Cigs. I'm keeping that. Then we have Marakishmir, I think is how you pronounce that. What a pretty matte that is. Keeping that. I'll be shocked if I get rid of any of the MAC lipsticks. Look at that matte red. This is Work, Work, Work. That. Just when I said I may not get rid of any of the MACs, here I am. I'm gonna put that in the maybe. This is Fast Play. Oh, that's really creamy. Keeping that. This is Whirl. It's a beautiful cool tone brown. Definitely keeping that. This is Velvet Teddy, everybody's favorite. I'm keeping that. This is Russian Red. Yeah, that's a much better red than the other one. I'm keeping that. I am definitely going to declutter the other one. This is Avant Garnet. Ooh. That one's pretty too. Definitely keeping that. Okay, and I thought that I was going to put some of these in my possible lipstick palette, but I don't think I will. I may keep those all intact. I may not end up with a lipstick palette. We'll see. Let's do the two Juvia's Places, because I know for a fact that I am keeping both of these. I love the embossing on that. This is Clay. I like their packaging too on these. Keeping that, and I am keeping this red. This is, the shade name is Perfect Red, and I do believe that is the perfect red. It does look similar to the MAC though, doesn't it? No, it's different. I can tell it's different. Oma Beauty. I believe they've gone out of business. This says a badass does not talk about being a badass. This is the shade Tracy. This is a really pretty brown. Look at how nice that is. Keeping that, and I like that their cases are magnetic. This is in the shade Love. This has glitter in the embossing, which is pretty. This is very balmy. I am going to declutter that one. This is Il Maquillage, and it is in the shade Bella. This is a pretty red too. I like the embossing on that. How did I end up with so many red lipsticks? Oh, that's pretty. That's different from the others as well, isn't it? How many red lipsticks does one need? Y'all tell me in the comments. How many red lipsticks? That's so pretty though. It's funny how on my monitor it has an orange undertone to it, but I don't see that on my hand. I'm keeping that. This may not go well, y'all. I thought I would be getting rid of a lot of these bullet lipsticks. Laura Geller. I know I'm getting rid of this. This is a marbled lipstick. This is in the shade Berry Banana. And that's very balmy. Is it a balm? It might be. It says Italian marble lipstick, but that is very balmy. I'm going to declutter that. This is East Village Orchid. And I just do not know that that is my shade. I am probably going to declutter this one as well. Yep, most definitely. And I love Laura Geller products, but those are just not for me. Undone Beauty. This is Raspberry. It says Matte Talk Raspberry. But that as well is very balmy. So I'm going to declutter that. Then I have these two Jason Wu. These came from an AIA subscription box, and this is Jelly Roll. Well, that's a pretty shade, isn't it? That's kind of creamy. I was pretty sure that I was going to declutter that. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. This is Eclair. I am definitely going to declutter that. Those are very creamy though. And I've had them for a while, so I'm surprised that they're still really creamy. Pat McGrath. This is Flesh. This has glitter in it, I think, unless I used it over top of something else that had glitter in it. That's a pretty shade. I do believe it has glitter in it. Do I want to keep that? I don't think I have anything else that's quite like that. Let me put that in the maybe. This is Forbidden Love. Look at this red. That kind of looks like that. Are they the same? I believe they're the same. Which one was that? Is that the Juvia's Place? I don't know. Do I need a Pat McGrath red? Let me put that in the maybe pile. This is Unreadable. Venus and Furs. This is pretty matte. Oh, I kind of like that one. Okay, I'm keeping that. We have another Jeffree Star. This is Chocolate Fondue. That's a pretty chocolate. It's very warm. Did I have another shade that was that warm? I don't know. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. This is Mented, and it is Foxy Brown. Look at how pretty that is. I'm going to declutter that one. This is Zao, and I'm unsure of the shade, but this is an all organic brand, and that seems to be kind of dry. I've had that for a while. I'm gonna declutter that. NYX. This is in the shade Exclusive, which at the time that I got it, I thought was very pretty, but if I remember correctly, it's not very pigmented. Oh, well, I was wrong. But I just don't know. I probably put that in Halloween makeup. This is Shiseido, and it is in the shade Shadow Dancer. It's very pretty, and I love the shape of the lipstick. That's very creamy. I am keeping that. This is Bella Pierre, and it is Incognito, and I can tell by looking at it that I'm not going to wear that shade. So that's Decluttered. This is Urban Decay, Backseat. That's a pretty shade. Oh, that's very creamy. I'm going to keep that. This is Sephora, and it is Backstage Metals. No, it's not. Number 60. I'm not sure what the shade name is. Backstage is the shade name. It is a metal shade. Maybe this is the one that wasn't real pigmented. Yeah, that's not super pigmented. I'm going to declutter that. It has a cardboard, not that that matters, but it has a cardboard case. These are my Milanis. This is Shoop, and I love this shade. I am definitely keeping this. One of my favorite songs. Beautiful shade. And the other one to go with that is Push It, because I need one more red. Oh, I have a lot of reds. That looks very orange, doesn't it? They don't even make this anymore. I'm keeping it. This is Cabaret Blend. I think this came with a little kit. Oh, look how pretty that is. That's really pretty. Keeping that. And these are those lipsticks that everybody wants so crazy over, the Milani. This is Peony. And I just don't know if this is a Leanna shade. Well, maybe so. Okay, I'll keep that one. And this is Sensual. This is a chocolate brown, isn't it? Oh yeah, look at how dark, beautiful brown that is. Oh, that's pretty. Keeping that. I'm not doing well, y'all. I'm keeping more than I'm getting rid of. This is Charlotte Tilbury, and this is All Kiss. It says, Am I Kiss? I'm pretty sure I'm keeping this one too. Yep, that's very pretty. I need to start wearing these bullet lipsticks. I don't know how long it's going to take me to use up all these lipsticks. This is Estee Lauder, and this is Tumultuous Pink. I'm pretty sure that's not a Leanna shade. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. AOA Studio. This is Mod. Running out of room again. That's actually pretty. And very creamy. I'll keep that. That might be one that goes in the palette. This is Rose, and I believe this is Makeup Revolution London. Yes, it is. Wow, that one's pretty too. Very creamy. I was not expecting that. Okay. This is Badass Beauties, and it is in the shade Camp Lejeune. It's a very pretty shade. Look at that. This is Maybelline, and it is Rose Embrace. That one's nice too, but that one kind of looks like that, doesn't it? I mean, no, I guess it's a little different, but okay, you talked me into it. This is Italia, and the shade name is Seduce Me, no, Snatched. Let's put that one right there. That's a pretty shade, but it's kind of similar to that one, so I'm going to declutter this one. The packaging is very cheap. Not that that means that the product is not good, but let's clean up aisle 6 and we'll do more swatch. Look at how stained my hand is. These are both from Merit. This one is $19.90. That's pretty. It's not very pigmented though. I know that they do very natural makeup. That feels like a balm. I'm going to declutter that. This one is Cabo. That's a pretty like terracotta. Oh, that's very pretty, but that's very balmy as well. I'm going to declutter that. I feel like I decluttered those once already. I have two Anastasia. This one I have used. I must have liked it and marked it twice. This is Dread. Oh, that's pretty. Beautiful cool tone brown. Yeah, I'm keeping that. And this is American Doll. What do you know? It's another red. I may have to pull all those reds back out and see how close they are. This is Mellow Way. And this is Dark Rum Hurricane. And this comes out the top. Isn't that cool? Very cool. That's pretty. I think I'll keep that. These are all I have left, y'all. I have not done well with the bullets. I don't even know what brand this is. I believe this, it says Jolie, and it's spicy cinnamon. Oh, it's Crayons. Spicy cinnamon. That would be a pretty fall shade. I don't know. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. This is True and Luscious, and it's Vintage Rose. That's pretty. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile as well. This is Avani Greg collab with Morphe. You see what that says? Yes. Red. Oh my goodness. It's got cute little embossing on it. I'm 99% positive that I already have that, so I'm going to declutter that one. Bare Minerals. This is Integrity. Oh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, keeping that. This is my e.l.f. Seriously Satin in the shade Cider. It's one of my absolute favorites. Look at how pretty that is. It almost looks exactly the same as that one. But I don't care. I'm keeping it because I love that. This is Laura Mercier. I know this is a very dark chocolate. It's called Chocolate Divine. Is that what that says? I believe so. This is a beautiful, deep chocolate. I know I'm definitely keeping this one. Look at how pretty that is. Is that the same? No, they're different. Melt. This is Mum. That looks like that e.l.f. shade as well. It is a little bit deeper and it smells wonderful. I'm gonna declutter that one. And last but not least, and I'm pretty sure that this is a red, this is Melt Cosmetics as well. And the shade name is Belladonna 2. It has pretty embossing on it. Let's see what flavor this red is. Oh, that's pink. Oh no, that's going to be decluttered. Alright, let's go back to the maybe. Alright, Pat McGrath red. I'm going to declutter I have plenty of chocolate browns. I'm gonna let that one go too. What was this one? That was the Crayons. I feel like I had that shade a couple of times. I'll put that back in the maybe. I am not going to keep the Estee Lauder. Do I want this one? I'm gonna put that back in the maybe pile. I'm gonna let this one go. Alright, how many reds does that give me? Alright, just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna throw this Morphe back in the mix. Those are all of the reds. So this, does this look like this one? I don't know, but just for fun, because, you know, y'all haven't been hanging out long enough. You know, it's only been, what, 6 hours? It's 1 o'clock in the morning, y'all. Let's swatch them. We're going to start with Anastasia. Y'all can't even see what I'm doing. This is Push It. Isn't it crazy when you put them side by side, how you can see all the different tones? That is so creamy, y'all, that Juvia's Place. Look at how deep that is. It really does look like the Pat. Here's the Pat, there's the Juvia's Place. But when you put them side by side, you can see the difference. The Juvia's Place has more of a pink. Interesting. This is MAC. And this is Morphe. So let's see. This is Milani, the Push It. And this is the Il Makiage. Now they're different. Okay. I'm keeping all of them except for the Morphe. Because, you know, everybody needs all the different reds, right? Right? Some of them really do look the same. But I mean, when you put them next to each other, they do not. I mean, it stained my hand a pretty blush color, huh? It looks like I've been in a bar fight. I kept quite a few dark chocolates too, but it is what it is. I did not do as well as I had hoped, but I'm happy overall. That's the Crayons. I can't decide on that. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep those. So out of the bullets, I decluttered 20. Not too shabby. I'm okay with that. So are y'all tired, or shall we move on to lip liners? I mean, we might as well just throw it all in there, right? Let's do it. Look at how stained my hand is. I'm going to do these few because these are in my spring makeup basket, the collab that I just did with Andy and Ash. So I know that I'm keeping these. This is the Essence 8-Hour Matte that goes with that liquid lipstick. This is Silky Hazelnut. This is Gerard Cosmetics. I believe it's in the shade Bel Air. It's pretty, very creamy. This is Dossier. I am unsure of the shade name though. I know for now that I'm keeping all of these. I love this L'Oreal. This is Au Naturel. This is one of my favorites. I love that. Very creamy. These last a long time. Sometimes I will just put this on with no lipstick, which gets me in trouble, and that's why I have all that lipstick. This is Oma, and it is in the shade Angelou, which is very pretty. So I know I'm keeping those. Does anybody want to take a guess as to how many red lip liners I have before I get started? I don't know that I've ever decluttered any of my lip liners. This might be the first time. Alright, my spreadsheet says I have 69 lip liners. I think I have a couple more than that. We'll see. Let's start over here. Oh yes, let's start with red. This is the Morphe X Avani Greg. That's very creamy. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. This is Undone Beauty. This is a lip liner and lip stain, I believe. But I don't know what the shade name is of each. See, this is like a felt tip pen, and it's stained, and it's very pretty. Oh, this is a stain too. I had these in the wrong spot, I guess. Gonna put that in the maybe pile as well because I don't know. I do like that shade, and you see how easy that was to apply. Very easy. These are all Saint Lux. This is Morganite, and I know I got these out of a subscription box. This one needs to be sharpened, but that's a very cool tone brown. Gonna put that in the maybe pile, but I'm thinking that's probably a no. This obviously is a red. This is Carnelian. It's very creamy. That looks just like the other one. That's going in the maybe pile. This is Love Letter. And this needs to be, these are not, no, you have to sharpen them. Had these for a while. I'm guessing they're probably really dry. I'm going to declutter that one. This is Secret Admirer, and I don't even see anything in there. Yep, I'm going to declutter that one as well. These are my LYS. This one is in the shade Driven. That's pretty. I know I'm keeping both of these. This one is Soulful. I love that one. These are Basic Beauty, and this is in the shade Basic. That's pretty. That's kind of a berry shade. Keep that one. This is Vodka Soda. And that's pretty as well. Going to keep that one too. I really do like to wear lip liners. These are Be Bella, and this one is Vampire. That does not look like the tip. Looks like that, but doesn't look that way when you put it on the hand. I'm going to declutter that one. This one is Only Yours. That's a pretty berry shade. These feel really dry. I'm going to declutter that one. This is Berry Sexy. That is not my shade. I know I'm going to declutter that one. This is Appeal. Next Level is the shade. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. My baby pile is growing. This is Persona. I know I'm keeping this one because it's very pretty. It needs to be sharpened, but I love that shade. This is the only Wet n Wild that I have. Gonna keep that one. This is Vintage Cashmere Lip Pencil in Mocha. Well, that's creamy. Gonna keep that one. I just got the Sephora pencil. This is a gel. This is Molasses. Look at how dark that is. Definitely keeping that one. I don't know why Dexter's meowing. This is Jouer, and it is Rose Shimmer. It's a very pretty rose shade. Very soft, kind of like a metallic. And these last for a very long time. I'm keeping that. This is Dose of Colors, and it is in the shade Upbeat. That's very soft too. That's a pretty shade. I may keep that one. These are my Makeup by Mario, and I know I'm keeping both of these. They have a brush on one end so that you can blend them. And they're a pencil. You have to sharpen them. Look how pretty that is. Did I tell you what the shade name? This is Kelly. They're an ultra suede pencil. This is Kelly. And this one is Chris. You know I had to have Chris. Look at how pretty that one is. I love it. Love both of those. This is Mellow, and it is in the shade Rose. And it just broke. That goes to show you how soft it is. And it has to be sharpened, but you can see the shade. I don't know if that's my shade. I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile. This is the Langmani lip liner from Temu that goes with the liquid lipstick of the same brand. I'm gonna keep that. These are all just one-offs. This is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk 2 Medium, and it's kind of dry, but I think I will keep it. This is L'Oreal Color Rich Matte, and it is in the shade Curiosity Killed the Matte. That's a very pretty berry shade, deep berry, as you can see there. I'll keep that one. This is Melt Perfectionist Lip, and it is in the shade Corazon. And that's a pretty shade, but it's very hard. I'm gonna declutter that. This is Lorella, and it's in the shade Teddy. I'm gonna declutter that. This is Makeup Forever, and it is in the shade Endless Cacao. That's very creamy, and I love that shade. Definitely keeping that. This is the L'Oreal like the other one, and this is, why did they make it so hard to read them? This is Bella Natural. This is like a, kind of like a metallic. It's very pretty. I love those. They're so creamy, and I've had them for a while. It's kind of metallic like that cap is, and they're still very creamy. Very, very good lip liner. These are Moon Matcher Blush and Red. This is red. That was kind of creamy, and this is blush. I think I will keep the red and declutter the blush. This is Foira. Is that how you pronounce that? And it's in the shade Coconut. I think I'll declutter that. These are the Jason Wu that came with the lipsticks. That is a very soft nude. Not my shade. I'm gonna declutter that. This one is Sill. No, it's Royal. And I don't believe that that's my shade either. Juvia's Place. These are retractable. This is Ruby. And it goes very well with their Perfect Red lipstick, so I'm keeping that. And I believe this one is Scorpio. Yes, it is. So you know I had to have it because I'm a Scorpio. It is a very deep berry shade. I'm keeping that. These are Real Her. Be Yourself, Be Real Her. I don't see shade names, just, well, the numbers are the same too. Oh, that is the shade name. So this is I Am Confident, and this is Be Yourself, Be Real Her. I got you. These are retractable. That's a pretty shade. Very creamy. I'll put that in the maybe pile. I feel like I have that one 10 times over, so I'm going to declutter that one. These are e.l.f. and they came in a little lip kit. And I've had these for a while. Their Retro Paradise was the kit that they came in. Do they have shade names? Hello? Hello? I don't think they do. These you have to sharpen. They're still nice and creamy. That's not a shade I will wear, and we'll declutter that one. This one I can tell I've worn quite a bit. That's pretty. And that is a pink. I'm not a pink lip girl. So, but I think I will keep those two. These are Laura Geller, and this is Ruby. Very creamy, nice red. I'll have to keep that to go with all that red lipstick. This is Nude. Not my shade. I'm going to declutter that one. These are Lucky Chick. I'm sure I got these in a subscription box. That says Lucky Dreams, I think. Yes, Lucky Dreams and Lucky Passion. So this is Lucky Dreams. That's pretty. That's a maybe. And this is, what did I say? Lucky Passion. That's pretty too. Both of those are very creamy. I think I'll keep both of them. These are my Milani. And this is the red that goes with that red lipstick. So I'm going to keep that. Still very creamy. This is the Understatement lip liner in Saucy Toffee. And I really did like these. I have not worn these in quite a while. I'm pretty sure I'm keeping all of these. This is Shoop. I know I'm keeping this to go with that. Oh Lord, I can't get it open. To go with my Shoop lipstick. They almost look the same, don't they? And this is Cafe Au Latte. I don't know about this one. Well, that's not too bad. I'll keep all three of those. These are my NYX. Didn't realize I had so many NYX. This is, it's a matte, it's the Suede matte lip liner. This is in the shade Sandstorm. That feels kind of dry, but I wonder how it would be if you sharpen it. That looks like a lot of other things I have going on. This is Line Loud, Evil Genius. This is black. So creamy. I know I'm keeping that one. I believe I have two of those. Yep. That was an accident. This is Retractable Lip Liner in Cocoa. That's still really creamy. I'll keep that one. This is Dark Soul. This is supposed to be waterproof. And it is a sharpenable pencil. And it needs to be sharpened. I'll sharpen that in a minute. This is the Suede matte lip liner again. This is in the shade London. I don't know that that's my shade. I'm going to declutter that. Alright, back to Dark Soul. Oh yeah, that's pretty and it's nice and creamy. So I'm going to keep that. Did I decide what I'm doing with that one? I'm going to declutter that one. And the last are ColourPop. This is BFF4. I'm going to keep that one. This is Brink. Keep that one. This is Oh Snap. Okay, so I was going through my ColourPop Lippies and my camera cut off. So I didn't realize it had cut off, and I went all the way through the entire thing, and it was, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, so I said screw it and went to bed. And so now we're just going to quickly go through. I'm not pulling all of that back out and going through it again. These are the 4 Lippies, Lippie pencils from ColourPop that I decided to declutter. Some of them were like loose and dry and falling out. Some of them did fall out. So like this one has nothing in it, as you can see. It's just, so I decluttered those, and then I went back through the ones in the maybe pile, and some of them I kept and some of them I didn't. But these are all of the Lippie or lip liner pencils that I decided to declutter. And by the way, remember that swatch I did of that Uma? This one. The stain. And I have washed that several times. I've washed my hands several times. My camera does not want to focus on that. I used makeup remover, and you can see that it's still stained. I'm like, why am I getting rid of that? I'm constantly fussing that I don't want to reapply. And all day today I've been like, is that a bruise? Have I bruised myself? But it's not. It's from that. For simplicity, I moved all of my products into the same spreadsheet. I had them separated between makeup lip products and other lip products like oils and balms, treatment type of things. So I combined them all together, which gave me 273 total lip products. Out of those, I decluttered 101 lip products, which is in these two baskets, leaving me a total of 172 products, which is still a lot. However, I am going to spend the rest of this year going through those products, and I will declutter them as I go, because I'm sure that some of those are probably dried out, or I just end up not liking them like I think that I would. So that is my massive lip product declutter. How do you think I did? Let me know down in the comments. I'm very proud of myself, because this is the most that I have been able to declutter from my lip product inventory, and I'm very satisfied with that. I appreciate you if you're still here. It's been a very long journey. If you're still here, leave me a lipstick emoji in the comments, and keep an eye out for the rest of my declutter series. I will be doing all of my makeup inventory, and I might do my skincare as well. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Love you. Bye.